The Meralian monastery, now Bodrum Mosque, was constructed on the site of the Palace of Romanus Lecapenus around 920. This palace was built on the remains of a huge late antique rotunda which had been converted into a cistern. The rotunda at the Meralion was the largest domed hall of Constantinople. It was similar to the rotunda of Galerius in Thessaloniki. In fact, with an exterior diameter of over 41 meters, it is the second largest known Roman rotunda after the Pantheon. The 5th century structure had 2 doors on its northern and southern sides. Its northern door, which was much wider, led to a portico. A floor mosaic, which consists of decorative and figurative fragments, was discovered here. It is possible this portico was connected to a semicircular colonnaded square known as the Amastrionon. If true, then the rotunda complex was connected to the Messi, Constantinople's main street. While its identity is uncertain, it has been argued that it was the house of Arcadia, daughter of Arcadius and sister of Theodosius II. Theodosian emperors successively added to the Messi, including building the forums of Theodosius and Arcadius. This rotunda might have been part of this building program. Before he became emperor, Romanus Lecapenus acquired the house of Crateros. This was a future site of the Meralion. Sometime before Romanus became emperor, the rotunda was converted into a cistern and a palace was built on top of it. He later built a church next to this palace. When the rotunda was turned into a cistern, both of its doors were closed off, and its original floor and walls were replaced with waterproof mortar. A series of columns supported the vaulting of the flat terrace above. In other words, the rotunda completely lost its dome, perhaps because it had collapsed, and only its lower walls survived. The cistern has around 70 reused columns, topped with a variety of capitals, or in some cases, simple marble blocks. Among the capitals are exquisite examples of late antique Ionic impost capitals with crosses. The western half of the cistern's interior has cross-barrel vaults, which supported the terrace of the palace. The eastern part has domical vaults and heavy-bearing walls, which followed and supported the plan of the palace above it. This cistern, then, was also the substructure of the Palace of Romanus and its terrace. The palace faced west and opened onto a terrace, while the church was located to its south. The main building of the palace was a rectangular hall with a north-south axis measuring around 22 by 8 meters. There were 2 smaller wings to the north and south in front of the complex, which were connected by a portico. The remains of this palace, unfortunately, are no longer visible. There are other noteworthy archaeological finds from around the Meralion. A second smaller round building with similar masonry was discovered around 40 meters to the south. It has since disappeared. Several pilaster capitals, decorated with acanthus leaves, were found inside the rotunda. These were probably part of the marble revetments decorating the rotunda's interior walls. Most interestingly, the missing foot of the famous porphyry tetrarchs of Venice was found here.